There was a man, a tennis player, who always dreamed of becoming the national champion. He worked hard, following a strict diet and giving up his favorite food, hamburgers. He promised himself that once he won the championship, he would treat himself to 4 hamburgers all at once. At 18, after many years of hard work, he finally became the champion. He was so happy. He rushed to the hamburger shop and bought the 4 burgers he had been craving. But when they were in front of him, something strange happened. He didn't feel as happy as he thought he would. Even after eating all 4, he didn't feel that excitement he had imagined. He sat there, confused. Why didn't he feel happy? He had reached his goal, but the happiness didn't last. It was just a momentary feeling. That's when he started asking himself, how long can happiness really last? This man was Dr. Sean Achor. His search for the answer led him to study happiness, and he became a doctor in positive psychology. Through his research, he discovered something important. Happiness isn't just a state that happens to us. It's something we can create and feel, no matter what's going on around us. Dr. Achor learned that when people experience a big life change, like becoming disabled after an accident, it usually takes them about a year to feel as happy as they did before. On the other hand, people who win a large lottery prize may feel extremely happy at first, but that happiness fades away in just a few weeks. From this, Dr. Achor realized that happiness doesn't come from what we achieve. It's a skill we can develop. Imagine this. What if you had everything? Perfect health, a dream job, a loving partner, and a lot of money. Would that make you happy forever? Dr. Achor found that even with all these things, happiness can still fade if we don't know how to feel it. Many rich people suffer from depression, not because they lack anything, but because they don't feel true happiness. So what is this ability to feel happiness? It's the ability to appreciate the little joys in life, no matter what happens. Think back to when you were a child and felt excited about simple things, like receiving a new outfit or celebrating the holidays. As we grow older, these things don't seem as special anymore. That's because we start losing our ability to feel happiness in the small moments. The opposite of happiness isn't just sadness, it's numbness. Dr. Achor once visited a friend who lived by a beautiful lake, surrounded by peaceful nature. The air was fresh, and the view was stunning. But when he shared how happy he felt, his friend simply said, "We've lived here for years. It's nothing special." This is what happens when we lose our ability to feel joy. Even in a perfect place, we don't feel happy. True happiness is not something we wait for. It's something we create by being present and appreciating what's around us. Part 2. The 4 types of happiness. Dr. Achor discovered that there are 4 different types of happiness. These types help explain how we experience happiness and what might stop us from feeling it fully. First, there is happiness in the present. This is when we feel good about what's happening right now. It's about enjoying the little things, like a nice meal, time with friends, or a peaceful moment in nature. But the problem with this kind of happiness is that it often comes from instant pleasures, things that feel good in the moment but don't last. For example, eating your favorite food or shopping can make you feel happy for a short time, but it won't give you lasting happiness. The next type is unhappiness in the present. These are the people who can't seem to enjoy life. They feel stuck or lost, unable to find joy in anything. They might have everything they need, but they can't feel happy. They often worry about the future or feel sad about the past, and it stops them from living in the moment. It's hard to feel happy when we are always focused on what we don't have or what went wrong. Then there's happiness in the future. This is when people think, I'll be happy once I reach my goal. For some, this could be a career goal, a financial goal, or personal achievements. They believe that once they reach these goals, they'll feel complete and happy. But here's the catch. The happiness from a goal only lasts for a short time. Once they've achieved the goal, they quickly move on to the next one, thinking happiness will come again once they reach it. This cycle can go on forever, leaving them feeling empty after each goal is completed. The fourth type is unhappiness in the future. This is when people believe that they will always be unhappy. They think nothing in their life will ever get better. They feel stuck in a never-ending cycle of disappointment and hopelessness. Even if they achieve something good, they can't feel happy about it because they believe they will always be unhappy in the end. Dr. Akor explains that to find lasting happiness, we need to focus on the present while also working toward meaningful goals. We shouldn't just wait for happiness to come in the future. We have to create it in the moment and enjoy the journey, not just the destination. Part 3. The Power of Gratitude and Positive Thinking. Dr. Aker's research showed that happiness is not just about external achievements, but about how we see the world. One of the most powerful ways to increase happiness is through gratitude. When we focus on what we're thankful for, we start to see the positive things in life, even in difficult times. Gratitude helps shift our focus away from what we don't have and brings attention to what we do have. For example, take a moment every day to think about 3 things you're grateful for. They can be small things, like a warm cup of tea, a kind word from a friend, or a quiet moment to yourself. Over time, these moments of gratitude can change the way you feel about your life. Instead of focusing on what's wrong or what's missing, you begin to see how much good is already around you. Another key to happiness is positive thinking. This doesn't mean ignoring challenges or pretending everything is perfect. It means choosing to see the good in situations, even when things are tough. Positive thinking helps us feel more hopeful and confident, and it can help us bounce back from difficulties faster. Dr. Akor encourages us to practice positive thinking every day. When something goes wrong, instead of focusing on the negative, try to find something positive about the situation. Maybe you learned something new, or maybe it gave you the chance to grow stronger. This shift in thinking can make a big difference in how you feel. Gratitude and positive thinking are not just ideas. They are habits we can develop. The more we practice them, the more naturally they become a part of our daily lives. And the more we practice, the happier we feel. Part 4. The Happiness Formula. Dr. Akor introduced a concept called the happiness formula to explain how we can increase our well-being. According to this formula, happiness is not just about external factors or achieving big goals. Instead, it's a combination of our mindset and actions. The formula is simple. Happiness equals reality expectations. What does this mean? It means that the happiness we feel is determined by how we view our reality in comparison to our expectations. If our expectations are too high, we're more likely to feel disappointed when things don't go as planned. On the other hand, if we can manage our expectations and be more realistic, we are more likely to experience happiness, even when things aren't perfect. For example, imagine you're looking forward to a vacation. You expect everything to go smoothly, but when you arrive, you find that the weather is bad or there are delays. If your expectations were too high, you might feel frustrated and unhappy. But if you were more flexible and open to whatever comes your way, you might still find joy in the experience, even if things don't go as planned. Dr. Akor explains that happiness is not just about controlling what happens in life, it's about how we respond to life's challenges. If we focus on the positives and manage our expectations, we can feel happier no matter the situation. So the next time something doesn't go as expected, remember the happiness formula. Ask yourself if your expectations were realistic and adjust your mindset. By doing this, you can create more space for happiness in your life. Part 5. The importance of social connections. Dr. Akor's research also highlights the powerful impact that social connections have on our happiness. Human beings are social creatures, and we thrive when we have strong relationships with others. In fact, one of the biggest predictors of happiness is the quality of our relationships. Spending time with friends and family, engaging in meaningful conversations, and offering support to those we care about all contribute to a sense of belonging and happiness. When we feel connected to others, we feel more supported and understood. These positive interactions help to reduce stress and improve our overall well-being. However, many people today feel isolated, even though we are more connected than ever through technology. Social media, while allowing us to connect with others, can also make us feel lonely or left out. Dr. Akor suggests that it's important to not just connect with people online, but to also build real, face-to-face relationships that offer genuine emotional support. Another key aspect of social connection is the act of helping others. When we do something kind for someone else, we not only make them feel good, but we also feel good ourselves. Helping others boosts our own happiness and creates a positive cycle of giving and receiving. Even small acts of kindness, like offering a compliment or lending a hand, can have a big impact on how we feel. Dr. Akor encourages us to invest in our relationships, whether it's by spending more time with loved ones, reaching out to a friend, or offering help to someone in need. Building strong social connections not only makes us feel happier, but also strengthens our sense of community and support. Waanhal Ponglariner Mindtala Factive. Part 6. The Power of Mindset. One of the most important factors that influence our happiness is our mindset. Dr. Akor explains that how we view the world shapes how we feel about it. If we approach life with a positive, growth-oriented mindset, we are more likely to experience happiness and success. On the other hand, a fixed mindset can make us feel stuck, limited, and unhappy. A growth mindset is the belief that we can improve and learn from our experiences. People with a growth mindset see challenges as opportunities to grow rather than obstacles. They believe that effort and perseverance can lead to success, and they embrace failure as a learning experience rather than a reason to give up. In contrast, a fixed mindset is the belief that our abilities and intelligence are fixed and cannot be changed. People with a fixed mindset are more likely to give up when they face challenges because they don't believe they can improve. They may avoid challenges altogether or feel discouraged by setbacks. Dr. Akor emphasizes that having a growth mindset is key to happiness. When we believe that we can improve and grow, we are more likely to feel motivated and engaged in life. We are also better at handling setbacks because we see them as part of the learning process rather than signs of failure. To develop a growth mindset, Dr. Akor suggests that we start by changing the way we talk to ourselves. Instead of saying, "I can't do this," try saying, "I can't do this yet." This simple shift in language can help reframe our thinking and remind us that growth takes time and effort. Another important aspect of mindset is how we approach challenges. Dr. Akor recommends that we focus on the process rather than just the outcome. Instead of fixating on the end result, we can find joy in the journey itself. This way, even when we face difficulties, we can appreciate the effort we put in and the lessons we learn along the way. Thank you for listening. I hope these words help you find joy and peace in your life. Wishing you happiness and positive energy always.